So I remember many years ago, I was at work. So I used to be, there was this bar and restaurant. I used to be a supervisor. So I'm working, and then this customer finds me doing my thing. And he told me, it took a couple of weeks. I could see him every now and then. But then one day, we was talking about life. So he's a presenter. He's a radio presenter. He works for a radio station. So we're talking, and then he told me, "Do you know that you have this voice? You know, you have this voice that can make a difference. Actually, you could even work at a radio station. Have you tried to work at a radio station?" So that was his question. Have you tried to work at a radio station? I said no, but if you show me the way, I will try. He took my contacts and everything, so he called me. There were some auditions going on. What do they call them? Auditions? Not auditions. Is there auditions when they are trying to recruitment? There was recruiting radio staff, presenters. So I went for the interview. Long story short, I never got the job. A similar scenario happened with another customer in the same place. So this customer was like, he could see something that I couldn't see in myself. Then he told me things like, "This is not where this is not where you should be. This is not where you're supposed to be." So I just wanted to give you a background, but I've been hearing those stories over time, so many times from different people. And I'm doing this video to let you guys know something, chosen ones. You are always going to run into people who will see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. Now, let me tell you something about chosen people. Chosen ones are very humble people. At this point in time, when I meet a chosen one, they don't have to introduce themselves. There's no need. I will know. We talk a little bit, exchange information, whatever. I will just know this person is a chosen one. They are very humble people, but they have a lot of power. It could be something they do. It could be something about their voice. It could be something about their craft. They have some power. It's hidden. It's in there. And usually what will happen when you keep on running across different individuals, those people are always going to recognize that power. And you're the only one who will not be able to see it. At that time, you're not able to see it. Now, there's a reason as to why many chosen ones are not able to recognize their power. The reason is about the way you have been conditioned and what you have been told to believe about yourself. Let me give you an example of the black sheep. Most of your family members know you have a lot of potential, even before the potential manifests. You realize that potential. A lot of them, they will know you have a lot of potential. But what will normally happen in the early years of your life, you are usually going to be redirected. So if you have been, let's say, for example, you grew up in a dysfunctional system, you're usually redirected because there's people that don't want you to see your potential. So when you wanted to speak, there was something going on, conversation, meeting, whatever. You wanted to talk. You wanted to say something. You might have recognized that there was people that wanted you to shut up. The narcissist parent could have told you things like, no, we don't need your opinion. Let the other one talk. You sit down, just listen, let the other one talk. In most of your life, for the most part, you haven't been allowed to speak. it didn't necessarily mean that you didn't have anything to say. It just simply meant there was something that you was going to say that held a lot of value, and people was going to believe you. So the people that was around you at the time, in my recent video I told you, you've always had these handlers. Handlers are the people that have always been assigned to keep track of you and monitor you, both on the physical and sometimes on the spiritual. Okay? Those people recognize on a very subconscious level that there's something within you that wants to be bathed, that wants to show, that wants to come out. And it is that exact thing that wants to come out that they are scared of. If you have been in a relationship, you had a partner who wanted to be in charge of all the decisions in that relationship. So whoever was that at the time handling you at the time, they was like, no, you need to shut up. Let us do this. I'm the one who makes who calls the shots. I'm the one who makes the decisions. And a lot of times you're waking up and you're realizing most of the people that wanted to call the shots, they are very broken and dysfunctional. A lot of them. When you start waking up, one of the things you will come to realize is the hidden power within you that always made people very uncomfortable. And it is the same reason why they always wanted you quiet. They never wanted you to say a thing. They always wanted you silent. So usually chosen ones, you have to understand something. You are divine. When I'm talking about divine or even special, I'm not always saying you're the best. You're better than everyone else. It doesn't always come. When I say it, that's exactly how it comes out. That's how other people hear it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a perfect person. You have things that you're dealing with. You've got your own flaws. You've got your own traumas that you're healing and stuff like that. But you're very divine. And it is only going to take you. It's only going to be a matter of time until you are going to finally recognize the divinity within you and the power that you've always held within and the gifts that you've always had that many people never wanted you to realize. You can be a chosen one who is very good at a craft, let's say, for example, and you work in a certain corporation. And in that corporation, what normally happens, they are going to get all these flying monkeys and all these toxic individuals, and they're going to put them in the positions to do something that you should be doing. Whether they are skilled or not, whether they are qualified or not, they're just going to put them there anyway because maybe they know somebody or they're the one who is very close to the boss. You know, they're the ones holding the boss's handbag. You, with your qualifications, you will notice they will never really want to give you those positions that that match up with your qualifications. You know, you can find an assistant manager who doesn't even know anything about managing a company. You have got a whole degree. You have studied your management skills and everything. You have the qualifications. You get into the corporation, they are going to put you in a lesser position. People have always looked down on you. It doesn't mean because you was a bad person or there was something wrong with you. It was always something to do with the power. Chosen people, when you meet a chosen one and they say something or they start to speak, you will understand that these people, they are speaking from a very deep space. They are very deep people. You know, they are very deep. Even something that may look surface for them is like, for example, when I'm doing these videos, for me, it's like breakfast. I press the play button, I start recording. Organically, I say what I have to say. I end the video, I upload. But there is people who see or listen to these videos and they know that this person they have a lot of depth. In their content, they have a lot of depth. There are depth. And they are speaking a lot of sense. But in most cases, when you give them the chance, or when they do have the chance, they're always going to tell you that you're talking rubbish. You know. So if you're doing what I'm doing, for example, you might have a lot of these nasty comments. You don't know what you're saying. Do your research. Go and read this book. Go and do this. Go and get information somewhere. So they will always come around and disqualify or sometimes bring down what you're trying to do, what you're trying to make, or what you're trying to say. And they're always going to make it look like you don't know what you're saying. But deep within, when they're on their own, they are sitting in silence, they know that you actually know what you're talking about. But they don't want you to realize your potential. So that's the thing about chosen people. Many people don't want you to realize who you are. The narcissist knew who you are. That's why they was hanging around you for that time, because they already knew who you were. You know, even if they didn't fully understand, they knew there was something special in you. And that is exactly what they wanted for themselves, because they know on a deep level they did not have your qualities. So they wanted that for themselves, but the only way to do that was getting close to you. If you ask me, I will tell you that's the life of a chosen one. You're always going to run into people who will actually know you're special. Like that guy who told me about the radio station stuff. I should work for a radio. He told me that I could work for a radio because that's what he could see in me. Even that I never knew that. You know, like I've told you, you do things organically and you don't even recognize that people notice. And then I would later on find out that I am the radio. Okay? I am the radio. I didn't need to work at a radio station, but I am the radio. I just need a microphone and I'll start speaking. And I'm the radio. You know? So a lot of times chosen people move through life having very low self-esteem because you have lived in environments where people wanted you to play small. Don't shout too much. No, don't speak. Let the other one talk. Don't do this, let the other one do it. Because they were always pulling you back because they wanted you to play small and to act small. Because by doing that, you couldn't be able to rise and do the things that you was meant to do. They always wanted you to do things that they thought was okay or enough for you. But deeply they knew you was worth more than what they was trying to make you do. Okay? So it's a motivational video. Understand that as the time goes on, these things take time to understand. But when the right moment comes, you realize who you are. You realize your potential. You will know why exactly you're here, and you know what you need to do. Okay? Let us know what you think about the video. You guys already know I love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. Denzamos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.